Hey, what's going on, crypto people? Happy Talk That Talk Thursday to each and every one of you. Holy moly, what an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class. That is the digital asset space. Flood Networks is just making moves. And we like to say, people are stepping to them. Interesting. People are stepping to Flare Network. Hey, can we hang out together? That's kind of how I see it. In any case, I'm sure it's mutual. I'm sure it's mutual. But boy, oh boy, look, this Stargate Finance and Flare Network's big deal. We're gonna go over some stuff on about XRP and from CryptoX, some stuff about Bitcoin from CryptoX, formerly known as Crypto Twitter. We'll get into some interesting stuff. Excited about all kind of stuff going on with Solana, Jupiter Exchange on ramp. Just to let you know, I'm kind of liking it. Kind of liking it. On ramp, $50, for example, costs you 75 cents. Using your bank card, but you can immediately put that to use and put it somewhere else if you want to go buy some tokens, as opposed to Coinbase, for example. As opposed to Coinbase, for example, yeah, you can use a bank card, but you're gonna pay them a little something for that. It's not cheap if you want to use your bank card and have access to move that stuff immediately. It costs you a little bit. Now, they do have a free option but you're gonna wait 5-7 business days to be able to move that. So I'm thinking on ramp, but for example, $50 costs 75 cents. I immediately have access with the bank card, and then I can go to Kraken and save money. I can go to Kraken and get some other stuff that I may want, besides Solana or USDC or any of the awesome tokens like Jupiter Exchange. If I don't want that, if I want to buy Bear Chain, I can on ramp to Jupiter and then go to Kraken. Kraken's cheaper, or the U.S. exchanges. For those in the U.S., I know some of you guys got some other options like KuCoin and Bybit. I know, so I like that. I'm kind of liking it. So 75 cents. And again, this was just an example. I think it's interesting. Oh, I forgot to use that. I think it's interesting. Um, as a choice, fairly cheap. And I think Underdose Finance, speaking about the XRPL, I think Underdose Finance and even maybe even on-ramp XRP or something like that has an on-ramp as well using the same people, but it didn't feel like you could do further options though there. But in any case, excited about it. Excited about the Jupiter Exchange. Excited about the CEO kind of has to, he has it together. He understands. He understands leadership. And he ain't scared, which is awesome as well. XRP Cookies is in the building. How are you, bro? XRP Cookies says Songbird F assets plus FLR F assets equals millionaires by Christmas. Well, how about that? How about that? That would be pretty cool. That would be really, really cool. It's gonna be interesting to see what Songbird is gonna do. What if it does that thing like Kusama did for Polkadot, right? So it's a shot. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I know the tokenomics are different, so we'll see. So we're gonna go over the market as well. I mean, the market is doing what the market does. We'll go over the numbers. Interesting little retrace going on here. Bitcoin was at 63. Okay, interesting to see. I think we're doing healthy stuff right now. I really, really do. And I think my guy, Alessio Rastani, is going to prove outright. I mean, he gave two options. One would take longer to get to 100K, and the other one would be faster. And it feels like his faster scenario is playing out. We'll see what happens at this 63K Bitcoin. We'll see. But this Flare, I use Flare Networks, and this Stargate Finance thing is big. Again, you got the layer 0 integration. Now we got Stargate, which I think is powered by layer 0. We're talking liquidity, right? We're talking being accessible in a lot of different places. And I think that's just massively important. What's up with this country? Did you know there's a country out there buying 1 Bitcoin every single day? It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. Are we ever going to get to a point where we understand that the central bankers are not our friends? And here's the even more important point. We understand that they're not our friends, and we want to do something about it. And understand that there are, when I say do something about it, that doing something is participating in a financial system outside of their financial system. That's the doing something about it. I'm not sure, I mean, Larry Fink, BlackRock, cool. I'm not sure if um he is or they are not hedging, right? In other words, I think they understand there's money to be made. Um, I don't know if they're like philosophy wise, they're all in. They may be purchasing and creating products around it to make money for their company. But I don't know if philosophy wise, in other words, um, participating in a new financial system, very much the way that El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, thinks of it, and side by side and giving choices. US dollar and Bitcoin, and giving the citizens the option to choose. Fiat dollars, the Bitcoin standard, and giving them the choice to choose. I'm not sure if that is uh, a philosophy or mindset that BlackRock is saying, oh, yeah, yeah, cool. Or are they just really leveraging this financial product to make themselves more dollars? That type of deal. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. XRP Cookie says, check out Seed, the home loan expert. Yeah, he's newish, but putting out some mean Songbird Flare videos. Yeah, watch this stuff. Yeah. He comes on the channel all the time. I think on a different, yeah, he comes on the channel a bunch. I've been watching his videos. Definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. A fan of the channel for sure. And his work. He does some, he really does some good work. He's really in tune with what's going on at Flare Networks for sure. Really in tune with that. So anyway, I find that fascinating that there's a country out there buying 1 Bitcoin every single day. Yeah, El Salvador. Interesting to me. Isn't that interesting? Like, doesn't it? The country, the government is buying Bitcoin every single day, not the individual country. That is fascinating. Doesn't that make you just stop and just take a second and think about why that is? Or do you fight? That's what it is. Do you say that's stupid? They're stupid. Like when BlackRock led the charge of the Bitcoin ETF, did you say they're stupid and that's stupid? You know what I mean? And when you keep hearing about another company and another adding Bitcoin to their treasury and adopting the micro strategy, or Mike, I should put it this way, adopting Michael Saylor's strategy for micro strategy with Bitcoin. Another company just popped up. Just like, are we paying attention to that? Are we paying attention to that? Or are we fighting that? Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see. You know what's another interesting thing to note is that some of the biggest XRP content creators never talk about, well, I would say never, don't talk about Flare networks in any significant manner, even though Flare networks is bringing more utility to XRP. I find that to be fascinating. That has become their path, almost in defiance. That has become their path, almost in defiance. It seems like I find that to be fascinating, alarming, but fascinating. I really do. I find that to be fascinating. I'll let a few more people hop on here. We're 10 minutes in. I find it, I don't know, it's fascinating to me. More monkey business. Who wants to be a Flare heir? I hear you, my friend. I don't have enough Songbird. Got 6 figures, but I don't have enough. I don't have enough. We're going to see what the network adoption is going to look like. It's important. The daily active users is an important thing. We're going to see what it looks like. Again, for us, we don't chase the gain. We let the gain come to us. What's the daily active users, and share with me the chart of the daily active users, new wallet addresses, and them going up the adoption curve. These are significant things. Significant things. So, let it do what it do. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think it might be interesting to see if they gain that kind of Kusama numbers in terms of price. It'll be interesting to see. I'll be hanging out there minting for sure. Providing collateral, whatever Songbirg's going to do, I'm going to be over there for sure. For sure, Flare Networks is next level, and to think that what they're doing with their data blockchain is just the beginning of what they're doing. It's fascinating. If I was ever to own a tech stock, it would be Flare Networks. For sure. I mean, sure, NVIDIA is cool. I mean, it's all right. But if I was or in Tesla, but Flare Networks seem like they got a little edge. Yep. Flare, Pookie says Flare has really smart people on the team. Really do. Yeah. Yep. Oh, really? Probably TikTok or Instagram? Hmm. Probably. Pookie says they don't even mention Flare at all. It's crazy. It's alarming because they claim to be utility nets. It's alarming, and it's almost it is hypocritical. It's really, really hypocritical that you claim to be a utility maxi and you talk more about Link2 and I Trust Capital than you do Flare Networks. It's okay to talk about Link2 and I Trust Capital, but you're saying Flare Network doesn't deserve at least equal time? It doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. Doesn't add up to being really having a channel devoted to XRP holders. It doesn't add up. It really doesn't. Yep. It really doesn't. So what are we going to get into first? We're going to get into numbers. I was on Stargate the other day, dropping moving some Arbitrum ETH over to base, so that I could participate on airdrome finance and get into a concentrated liquidity pool, which is really, really cool. Take advantage of a tool called VFAT and do its thing over there. That was really nice. Really, really nice to be able to do that as well. So Stargate, and again, they got some stuff on there. Ethereum to base was pretty cool. We're talking 1-2 cents, 1-2 cents, 2 to 4 minutes. 1 or 2 cents, 2 to 4 minutes. And I bring these up because retail is good. Retail is good with 1 to 2 cents, 2 to 4 minutes. This is bridging. I'm talking. I ain't talking, something else. I'm talking about bridging, not transactions, bridging. The thing that used to take 10, 12 minutes, $6, $7, $8. Yeah, interesting. Retail is good. Institutions, again, less than a penny, 0.00001. That's a big deal. Institutional. That's a big deal. XRPL is that one for that. They're going to have to create network adoption. And in my opinion, it's going to start with grassroots. You and I participating at the grassroots level first, helping to promote network adoption first. This is what I think. Ripple X, David Schwartz doesn't think so. He thinks it's the institutions bringing their customers is going to be the thing. Not that he's not acknowledging we need both, but they believe that it's going to be the institution that will drive the retail adoption. I don't think so. I think it's going to be grassroots first that'll do it. But we'll see. Melvin Pena's in the building. What's going on, my friend? Hi, Siege at work. Be careful at work, bro. Be careful. Those people looking over your shoulder, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. XRP Cookie says the Flare team is 67 strong. 67. I don't know. I feel like I'm not big in traditional financial products like equity and stuff, because you can't hold it, you don't own it in reality. But if there was one, time would be Flare Networks, man. If I was ever to take some of that dirty, nasty fiat and little 0.5% or 1%, it would be Flare Networks. It's interesting. All right, let's go over the numbers, family. Appreciate you guys checking in. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. It's one of the greatest ways to support the channel. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. We're going to talk Flare Networks and Stargate Finance. It's just important. I'll share with you guys a little bit of Stargate as well. It's important. So that would be super, super cool if you could hit that like button. And if you're in that 45% or so of people hanging out, listening, and watching the Crypto Siege, and you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'd like to get that number down from 50% to about 25%. We're trying to get this 10,000 subs like in a hurry, like break records to go from 8,600 or so to 10,000 subs. And that would be super, super cool if you guys would like to help us on that journey. All right. Trey's in the building. What's going on, Trey? Trey says, just got in, but Flare is making brilliant moves by allowing access to liquidity when FI starts to hear. Be your own brokerage. Be your own bank. Indeed. It's awesome for XRP holders. It's awesome for Bitcoin holders and Doge holders. Travesty that the XRP entertaining content creators don't share it. Don't give it its due props. It's due flowers, as we like to say. It's interesting. It's a travesty. All right, so let's go over these numbers real quick. CoinGecko is saying some stuff. It's doing what it do. The market is just doing what the market does. All right, let me make sure I just change this correctly. Here's CoinGecko. According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 2.46 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is 51% or so. Bitcoin is trading at $63,722 a day. Again, it's down 1% on the 30-day. Ethereum is trading at $3,415 again. And it's down 0.5% on the 30-day. Solana is trading at $156 again. And it is up 17% on the 7-day. Not bad. And XRP, the beloved, is trading at 57 cents. Oh my God, it was just at 63 cents. What is going on? How does it lose 6.5% in just 24 hours? What is going on over there? Interesting numbers. And on the 30, well, 7 day is up 28%, 30 days up 18%. I guess we gotta take what we can get. Again, when you look down, you go through the top 20, the market's just doing what it does. Near protocol is up 34% on the 30-day. It's trading at $6. It's interesting to see near protocol. They're kind of doing an AI play as well. 6 billion in market cap. Interesting. Near protocol, $6. I won't be participating there. I won't. Pepe, not the original Pepe, although they claim it to be, is up 11% on the 30-day, trading at a bunch of zeros, 4 zeros, 11.52. There it is, fam. This Caspa thing, I don't know. There it is. The market's doing what the freaking market does. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. Oh, look at that. FET done got a new name. I guess that partnership with the three kind of coming together as one. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. What the world? There it is. Interesting. Up 18% on a 30-day. That's really, really interesting. Really, really fascinating. There it is. Look at Maker. Up 28% on the 30-day. 21% on the 7-day. Maker continues to do interesting, very compelling numbers. Just interesting. Not financial advice, guys. I'm just going over the top 50 coins on CoinGecko. Just going over those. That's it. Just going over those. Let's go over the banner bubbles real quick and see how are the tokens doing in comparison to Bitcoin for the year on a yearly basis. I may have to redo this again. It's important to see if you may have 1, 2, 3, 4 tokens that are performing well against Bitcoin. It's important because my thing is, if it's performing well now against Bitcoin, when we get to the full blown on thing, won't it perform well then? I think so. I think so. I hope it's not going to make me sign in again. I hope it's not, because I don't even know if I have that sign in stuff. Let's see. It's important to kind of check that, guys. Banner Bubbles is pretty cool for that. Nope. I don't have that. What's going on? Oh, I think this is a wallet sign in, isn't it? I think so. Sign in to earn. I don't remember, but I'll try the Twitter thing. I don't remember the sign in, to be honest. But I'll sign in with Twitter, see what's good. See what's good. It's important that you guys kind of check this. I saw a big player in the space in a liquidity pool with my $1,000 XRP play. That was interesting. What jazzed me. It's fascinating. All right. So are we doing Bitcoin here, or is this just regular? Okay. It's probably regular. I got the year. Let me make sure this is BTC in the settings. Okay. Goodness gracious. Global chat. I'm holding thumbs for tomorrow. Let's see. Probably because I signed in again, I got to change it. Yeah, it's on Bitcoin, on dollars. BTC. It didn't change. The world. Okay, loading. Settings for the year. Okay, I think it's right now. Let's see. Yep, that's right. All right, what we got going on here? Let's see. We got going on. Jasmine, 236% for Bitcoin. Of course, you got Bonk, you got Whiff, and you got Brett. I'm wondering, it's interesting to see Whiff, Dog Whiff Hat already up 32,000%. Brett, 12,000%. Brett is the meme token. Winning the game on base at the moment. Yeah, interesting to see. Interesting to see that. All right, so here we are. What we got going on? I don't know. So we got the three meme coins doing well against Bitcoin. We got Mantra, Mantra, doing well. It's layer one. So that's that's pretty cool, right? You got not the gaming token on the TON network, the open network, Telegram's deal, 114%. Marinade Solana, got some of that, 208%. That's pretty cool. We're only doing 100% or more. So just to let you know, not the 70, 80, or 90% versus Bitcoin is not good. It's good, but just covering the three figures. So MSOL got some of that. Jasmine, 236% got some of that. Caspa, 157%. And Solana's 108%. We have both of those, which is interesting. Cool. So it's 1, 2, 3 for Jasmine. Andu, 198%. We got some of that. Do you have any of these? It's the whole point of going over this. Andu is 198%. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. How blessed are we? Got 4 of those. What else is 100% or more? Are we? AR, that's an AI play. You guys probably have some. Are we? Near is close at 94, but it's not quite there yet. BitTensor, I'm sure some of you guys got some of that as well. Tau token, 124%. Rune, which is the Thor chain token, is at 113%. The open network, layer one, 145%. Floki, I think it's a meme coin. At 240%. And Pepe, definitely mean at 255%. So let me check to see if some more people are on. Just kind of give you an idea of maybe perhaps you might have a little something that's outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. Alex Sheets in the building. You're not late, bro. You're good. It's all great. Driving, P&D, and listening. Appreciate you checking in, Alex. Appreciate you checking in, my guy. So let's go over the big news today with Flare Networks. I mean, you got to recognize it is what it is. Game recognizes game, as they say. Let's see what we got over here at Crypto X on Flare Networks. Crypto Eddie put this out. The number of projects launching on Flare Networks is getting to mind-blowing levels. The DEX is going to have an airdrop. This DEX is going to have an airdrop for early participants. An automated market maker with advanced AI components, she says, I have to imagine, manage liquidity, predict volatility, and trading strategies, and no doubt more. Wow. Yeah. So SparkDEX is that kind of new thing. Barb Taylor is like she is on Flare Networks for sure. Fan of the channel too. Fan of the channel. So anyway, early participation. They got a little contest going on, which is interesting, and I'll share that with you guys also. Early participation, airdrop stuff's important. The benefits. So it's another DEX coming to Flare Networks, and again, we don't know which DEX is going to be that DEX. And then for every Google, there's going to be a Yahoo. It's important to understand that. So the more the merrier, in other words, and let the market decide. But if we can be early participants, we might snatch up the right one or two, For sure, early days, for sure, most likely tokens come following, they already said they're doing an airdrop. So it'll be interesting to see if they garner a community and create network adoption for this DEX. I know the layer one is doing that. Flare Networks, the layer one is garnering attention and creating network adoption for all of us, which is cool. Spark DEX, interesting. So the other Flare thing here is was this the talk? Oh, they announced let us know about the epochs that released a couple days ago, so about 48 hours ago, which was cool. Minus Wells had this to say about this Spark DEX stuff. It's truly amazing to see different projects work together to create a seamless multi-chain experience that we all only dreamed about years ago. The power of Flare oracles combined with layer zero makes this possible. Imagine the powerful DeFi ecosystem this will create. The next level has arrived. Cheers to FLR token. Yeah. Let's see if I have I had the Aerodrome Finance up because I was doing some stuff there, like I said, bridging some ETH using Stargate from Arbitrum to Base for 2 cents in 2 to 4 minutes. It's pretty cool. With the option to make it faster in seconds if I wanted to pay 3 cents or 4 cents, which was pretty interesting. It's hanging out on the Crystal app. This is all DeFi stuff with Aerodrome and Crystal. Getting some data, getting some analytics from Crystal. All right, so and again, if you want to up the game and not just know how to walk around a DeFi platform, but you want to up your game to earn cash flow every single day, hook us up. Come check us out on the patreon.com/Gulf Whiskey Mastermind, GWW Mastermind. So Flare Networks put this out. This is interesting, fan. Stargate Finance now integrates Flare Networks. Enjoy unified liquidity between Flare and the 25 plus top chains, including Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Base. USDC, USDT, and ETH are coming to the Flare ecosystem. You know how we always wish that we could be early to a next level layer one that has awesome technology and a huge opportunity to grab market share in terms of attention and creating network adoption, going up the adoption curve. You know how we all wish for that opportunity to be early to Bitcoin, to be early to Ethereum, to be early 15 cents or so, or maybe 50 cents or so for Solana. You know how we all wish that? Kind of feels that way. Not financial advice. Certainly, I would never begin to tell you what to do with your money. You know how we do on the Crypto Caesars channel. But it kind of feels like that with Flare. I mean, I don't know, but it kind of feels that way. I hope you get to a point where you can gather up enough information for yourself and come to your own conclusion about whether that's the case or not. So it says now. So I wonder if I went to Stargate now. I mean, I got it on my tab because I was just using it a few hours ago. In the wee hours in the morning, I stayed up way too late last night, messing around, doing stuff in DeFi. I wonder if we went there now. You guys want to see if we go there now, Flare comes out? Let's go over there now and see. Yeah, let's go over there now, see what's good. Let's see. Here's Stargate.finance. I don't know what the V2 is not alive now means, but anyway, I hope this is the V2. In any case, so here it is right here. The way it works is real simple. This is a bridge from ecosystem to ecosystem, layer one to layer one, layer two to layer one to layer twos. That's what it is. It's Stargate.finance. And it's /bridge over here, right? Transfer. All right. So from is the network or the chain you're moving from. All right. You can see Arbitrum was on here because I was doing ETH. And let's mouse and see if Flare is coming up. I mean, I don't know. They said it was there, but I don't see it here. So maybe it's not actually integrated yet. I guess maybe it's coming. I don't know. I don't know, but not there yet. Nope, it's not there yet. That would have been really cool if it was, though, I tell you. I'm going to refresh and see what's good. Yeah, let's refresh. I love over here, it says these transfer types, new update, choose fast to move assets quickly or economy to move assets cheaply. The Stargate Finance, it would usually say powered by layer 0 somewhere, but I don't see it. Anyway, so it doesn't look like yet it's on there. That would have been nice to see that. You see Arbitrum-based Ethereum optimism, Arbitrum Astar, Avalanche-based Blast, Phantom, Fractal. What is this Clayton? Anybody know? Because I saw something where XRP was in a liquidity pool on Clayton. Like, what is Clayton? Anyway, there they are. So Flare's not there yet. But you can see Scroll and Say and Tycho and ZK Sync Era, which is the mainnet. Now that Light's kind of toast. Mainnet is Era. So anyway, not there quite yet. Moonbeam and Moon River. Use those a bunch. Not there yet, fam. Not there yet. But in any case, this is big stuff. When you think, that's not what I want. Crypto quant. That's for Bitcoin. Flare liquidity, Flare.network, Stargate integration, I think is huge. Let's see here if they have a date. I mean, because the post set now, so I want to sneak peek and see. Stargate integrates Flare to deliver ununified. What the world's going on? What's all world going on, CJ? Stargate integrates Flare to deliver unified liquidity from 25 chains. Omni-chain liquidity transport protocol Stargate has announced that it has integrated the blockchain for data, Flare. The Flare network, it says, is now incorporated in the Stargate V2, enabling liquidity to flow freely from the 25 chains. So what's going on right now? Let me see something. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. This came out in May. So this is Stargate V2. We're on Stargate V2. Okay. So let's see what's going on right now. Fast economy. Cool. Yeah. So we have that. This is V2. Hey, it's not on there. It's not on there yet. I refreshed. So anyway, the article says it's up and running, but it ain't up and running. Fast economy. Fast economy is really, really good. Fast again, you pay a few cents more, but it's fast. I mean, for 3 to 4 minutes, I mean, what the world? That's not bad. So unless you got to make a crazy up, trade, but it is not there, fam. I looked. It's not there. I wonder if you're from. Oh, wait a minute. It's right there. Hold on a second. Did you guys see this and you didn't tell me? How many saw Flare there already and you didn't tell me? I look right by it. It is there. It is there. A cult, theocracy, not democracy. Do you think it's worth investing in Songbird? Well, all I can tell you is I own Songbird. I took my dirty, nasty fiat and invested in Songbird. You got to get to that on your own, bro. Leo Messi's in the building. What's going on, bro? What's going on, Leo? Ha. Flare is there, fam. It's there. Did you see it? XRP cookies. Did you see it and not tell me that it is there? It's there on Stargate. A from and a to, baby. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's there. You understand? It's there, fam. Did you see it? Let me stop sharing here. Talk to the crew here. I mean, it was there. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna hook it up and see what's good. I'm wondering if Flare is there, what's the wallet connect looking like? You're gonna have to check that out and see. So they weren't lying. They did a little write-up about it and stuff. I was like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know if I refreshed it and then I saw it. Oh, what's going on? But I see it now. Ha ha. What the world? It's there. It's there, Alex Yeed. I saw it. I'm gonna click on it and play with it a little bit, see what's good. Elvin Pena, I saw it. Flare was there on Stargate Finance. To and from that layer one, it's there. Like what tokens? All right. Make sure this chat's up to date. Guys, give me a favor, hit that like button. That'd be super, super cool. Did you guys see Flare Networks in the tab and on the tab down and didn't say CJ it's there? Because I didn't see it at first, but it is there. It's there, man. It's there. Let's check it out. Let's see what it is here. Let's see. Let's go to stargate.finance/bridge or stargate.finance and click on transfer. There's Flare right there. Okay, so let's it says from base to Flare. ETH would become wrapped ETH. Interesting. Oh, so from base I could do MetaMask. Let's do from Flare. Let's do from Flare and let's go to from Flare. One of my favorites, Arbitrum. Let's see that. Now it says here, you got to select the token that you're moving from the Flare blockchain to Arbitrum. And what we got here, we got Flare USDC. What the world, fail? It is there. Shout out to Hugo and the team. Dudes aren't playing. So we like to say, they ain't playing. Holy smokes. Holy smoke. It's there. There's the 3 stable tokens. Flare. They got 2 stables, USDC, USDT. Of course, they have their own stable in the USDX. And wrapped ETH. XRP cookies. What's up with USDX? Are we able to get access to that by way of Enosis Global yet? Anybody know? Are we able to get access to the USDX stablecoin, Flare Network stablecoin? Anybody know? Let me know. Man, this is pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there. What the world? That's pretty cool. I'm just saying. I still have some Ethereum on Arbitrum. Interesting. That's pretty cool in this while. I keep forgetting about that. Anyway, it's always good to discover some new change. That's pretty cool, man. There it is, fam. So I'm going to do from Flare stable. Now, I didn't pick Ethereum. I picked Arbitrum. Can I do that? Let's see. Flare's USDC to Arbitrum. Yeah, there it is. Flare's USDC to base. There it is. Flare. So I would have to change this. Let's go out of here. Change that. Disconnect. And see what happens when I try to connect. Which wallet's going to come up in the joints? Which wallet's going to come up in the MetaMask? I guess should still work. Got Flare on MetaMask, so that should still work. So we got Connect Coinbase Smart Wallet. I don't have the Coinbase Smart Wallet. You guys have that? I don't have the Coinbase Smart Wallet. get this freaking Tahoe wallet. What's that? I don't know. What's Tahoe? So anyway, you can connect via MetaMask, Coinbase Smart Wallet, and I keep seeing Pontum Wallet showing up more and more. I don't have that. But you can connect via the Coinbase Smart Wallet. Interesting. And of course, MetaMask. All right, so I'm going to do the MetaMask. It's going to probably ask me to switch. So I'm connected via MetaMask. I would have to change the network though, right? Because this is base. So let's change that. What we got going on here? I better have Flare on this my test wallet, because if not, that's gonna be not a good look. XRP cookies. All right, so I do have it. All right, so there it is. It's connected. My little fourth test Flare. It's interesting. USDC That's interesting to me. So the other thing I would have to check is you go to CoinGecko and you look up USDC and you see if the contract address is on CoinGecko yet for Flare USDC. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see that together. I'm kind of amped about that. I'm kind of amped. USDC. Okay. Let's see if it's, if it's up there yet as a listed network. You see how the default is Ethereum because, USDC launched Ethereum. But let's see if Flare is in the mix here, right? You got Polkadot, Optimism USDC, you got Polkadot USDC, Stellar USDC, Near Protocol, Hedera Hashgraphs, ZK Sync, Avalanche Base, Tron, Arbitrum, Polygon, Algorand, Solana, Flow, nope, not yet, and CeeLo. So you would have to get the contract address for this USDC. Again, this is they just launched, so CoinGecko doesn't have it yet. But again, they just launched. So there's probably a document somewhere with the Flare USDC, and you can have that contract address and et cetera, et cetera. So, because you want the right one. But anyway, this is exciting, fam. This is exciting freaking team. This is really exciting. Hope you guys are excited about it. Hope you, Flare Network, the Flare heads. Hope you guys are excited about that, man. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Property Rich is in the building. What's good? What's going on, my guy? It's been a minute. Let's be fair. Hugo said XRP would only be good when F assets start. When F assets starts? Hugo said XRP would only be good. What does that mean? Only be good. Will Fair, huh? Will Fair has a long way to go. As at the moment, it's as good as a shit coin. You talking about FLR? I see fair here. I guess you mean, let's be fair. Share a little bit more. Expound a little bit more. Oh, I think ultimately I know what you're saying. I think ultimately what you're saying is, that Flare was probably going to be the one that bring the real utility to XRP. I said in a live stream or so ago, we got to see who's first. Who's going to launch first? Because Flare's not, it's not like an active thing, the chain. The XRPL is active. There's just not much utility going on the XRPL, especially retail utility. And then the other thing is, the chain's not active. It's a promise of great technology, but it's got to go, right? We don't know what's going to happen when it launches. It's a huge promise. But here's what I do know. Here's what I do know. That Flare networks, right? has Flare dropped their tokens to XRP holders. So when you look at a foundation that has given to the XRP holder, who else compares to Flare? Who else is compared? Because I do know this, people are cashing out. People are cashing those Flare airdrops. XRP holders are cashing the Flare drops and depositing said Flare drops into their family's account. Didn't get that from the Ethereum Foundation. Didn't get that from the Bitcoin Foundation. Didn't get that from the Solana Foundation, the Arbitrum Foundation, Maker Foundation. Didn't get any of that. For merely holding XRP. Didn't get that. Now, Ripple and Ripple X, they threw a party for XRP holders. They're building out a great tech stack. But in terms of dollars in the pocket, I don't know. Figuring out a novel way to bless a community that has been loyal and committed to them. You know, I don't know. So you could say it's dead at the moment, but the cash is still cashing. So I don't know. If the cash is cashing, I'm not sure if you could say that's dead. I'm not sure if you could say for merely being an XRP holder, people are cashing in thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. That's real. That's live. And when you compare it to other foundations, what foundation compares? What in terms of that, raising the value of your wallet as an XRP holder? I mean, it's kind of hard to argue. I wish they would have done more with the Celsius thing, but they kind of gave up on that. And I think the Celsius lawyers want to charge the Celsius account estate lawyers want to charge you for them to look into where your FLR tokens are. That's fascinating. that's some lawyer stuff right there. DD1 says, what about SFIN? I don't know anything about SFIN and APS. I don't have any of those. I know they appear to have value to them, but I don't own any of those. And I think those are like a Gnosis Global kind of tokens. I don't own any though. I know people talk in high regards of being able to own them, but I don't own any of them. What's going on, Bubba Smith? So you know what I mean? So I mean, this is that's kind of big. You know, it's kind of big what they're doing here with Stargate. This is big. And I said in the beginning of the stream, it's like people are stepping to them, reaching out to them, right? We say stepping to, reaching out to them. I think it's interesting. I'm speculating on that, but um, Yeah, it's got to prove itself out. It's got to grab the market share, right? And I'm excited to see what they're going to do. What's going on, Bubba? Watching on delay. I appreciate you, my guy. So we'll see. Uh, right now, this is big. To be an XRP holder and to be able to get 3 years worth of flare drops for being an XRP holder, the fact that they came up with this novel idea to do it is huge. And by the way, they didn't do it for just XRP holders. The Bitcoin holders could participate in a way, and Doge holders. I think that is right, fascinating. They were able to maneuver that. Donald Shoup's in the building. I have 106,000 Flare tokens just received more today from Flare. Nice. Very nice, my friend. Very nice. I'm happy for you for sure. So that's the Flare news. Look, Stargate, it's on there. Stargate, that finance. You guys are not familiar. It's a great bridge to use. It's a great bridge to use. Interesting, the integration there. For me, that says, Stargate knows what time it is. Layer 0 knows what time it is. And layer cake's coming. Yeah. Yeah. So Property Rich says, look how many companies Ripple joined with, and everyone said, oh, this company is so big, it will make XRP move to moon, and 6 months later, nothing. Yeah. In the end, this is not about an announcement of partnerships. It's just not. It's network adoption. It's going up the adoption curve. David Schwartz pointed to some ills. It's not easy to build on the XRPL. We didn't find out about that until 2024. Why no builders? Why not big developer community? We learn about how difficult it may be to build. They're trying to do their thing. They're trying to, do its thing to change all that. And I have high hopes for this stable coin and DeFi on the XRPL, but they're going to have to execute. They're going to have to execute. So this Bitcoin thing I want to share, what did I say? I want to share with you guys. It's interesting to me. It's a country buying one Bitcoin every single day. Isn't that fascinating? That's fascinating to me. I found that out. I was like, what the world? What's going on with that? Let me see if I can't find that. It was on YouTube from but this stuff gave huge successful Bitcoiner. Where is it? Let's see, which one do I want to? Is it this one? That's a bummer. Let me or is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Let me go back here to minute 20. Now this guy's going on a little rant because this dude is passionate. He's uber wealthy, uber wealthy because he's been owning Bitcoin since 2011. Isn't that crazy to say you're uber wealthy because you've been owning Bitcoin? All right, let's take a listen. What we got going on here? Take a listen to this dude. Simon Dixon wrote the first book on Bitcoin back in the day.
That central bank digital currency in a Bitcoin standard. We get to audit that, and we can decide whether we want to use that central bank digital currency of the future, or we want to move over and transition to one that is on more sound principles. But we can see that they are laundering the proceeds of scams all around the world. And we know when you follow the money that it always goes back to the higher powers that allow these things to happen. So anyway, Elliptic was tracking those transactions, and we got to see that. What other governments are we able to track? Well, the one government that is leading the way, that spoke at the Bitcoin conference 4 years ago, the same one that Trump has announced he's speaking at this year, President Bukele in El Salvador, they published their wallet address and they continue to buy 1 Bitcoin every single day.
Don't you have to ask yourself, he went and met with Bukele also, by the way. So he has more of a head, a level head as opposed to the Max Kaiser guy. But that's interesting. So if he says this, it's for sure. And he said the wallet's transparent, so you can see it, right? He posted the wallet. Kelly posted the wallet. And I say this like, don't you gotta ask yourself, what the world? Why would a country be doing that? Why would a country be taking its resources? Guys, do me a favor and hit that like button. That'd be super, super cool. Super, super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. So if you're hanging out and you've been watching, please do me a favor and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, baby. We want to hunt, we want to race to 10,000 subs. Alex G, there's 800,000 Flare tokens enough to create generational wealth. Oh, balling over there, Alex G. Balling, my guy. Did you mean 80K? Because you said 100K is dang. DD1 says 11K of the max supply of the SFN. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Donald has 100K. Yeah. Alex Sheets. Alex Sheets it's not playing, my friends. He looked at something and made a commitment to it. Respect, bro, respect. So you gotta, I think, don't you gotta ask yourself, what's going on there? Why would a country do that? Every single day? Why would BlackRock do what they do? No. I know BlackRock's in for the money. BlackRock is not El Salvador and Nayib Bukele. So you would think a country has some resources, some people looking into some stuff, and before they make a decision to just buy a digital asset, right? So he said it, I didn't, but boy, that's huge. I think he said he bought the 106K and he got airdrop. He just kind of claimed an epoch. That's what I would think Donald means. But Alex Lee said a long time ago. You took advantage of those 3 zeros and stuff, right? 0.000. That's how kind of stuff starts, isn't it? I remember Aerodrome Finance. It's just a token on base, but it was like that 0.4 zeros and then or something. Oh, you got it around 4 cents. Okay. So you went in, bro. I hear you. Oh, you sold that Cardano for Flare. I hear you. Alex, he said he sold his Cardano for Flare. Did you sell it at that $3 or so? That would have been sweet as well. That would be sweet as well. Oh, you're welcome, Property Rich. No, you didn't get that to $3. I know someone who had the opportunity to sell like $3 and change, man. Millions. Millions. Didn't cash in. So anyway, I mean, what do you? I mean, think about that, guys. It just got me thinking. A Bitcoin every single day. What's going on there? And I know El Salvador is educating the Latin America, South American, Latin America countries. I know he's over there educating them. I know. Look, I just see these emerging countries becoming the countries because they finally got access to a financial system or sound money system that is in fair game, level playing field in terms of access to it. You know, so why sleep on El Salvador, Argentina? Why sleep? Why sleep? That's what these countries are saying. They're making moves. They recognize it's a kind of a new financial system, perhaps a better form of money, perhaps a better hedge against Western economies that might try to sanction, that might try to swift you, might try to weaponize. You know what I mean? Alex, you got 26,000 flare in an airdrop. Sweet, bro. Sweet. So, to me, it's fascinating. To me, that is a very, very fascinating thing. In the crypto teacher's home, we're leveraging altcoins to get more Bitcoin. And we're going to build a portfolio of 4 or 5 highly valued assets. We'll see if it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. We'll see if it's Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, and Maker. We'll see what that's going to look like because we're not going to chase the game. We'll let the game come to us. Thus far, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Maker. Thus far, that are proving those valuable assets to hold. That's how we see it in the crypto seed zone. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a strategy. It's kind of playing out. These layer ones are changing the game. I'm wondering if Flare Networks is going to do this thing this cycle. And I say that because with the airdrops coming, with the inflation going from 7% to 5%, cycle is here. I mean, it's going on, right? The cycle is here. We'll begin to freaking live stream 5 times a day, sometime around October, November, right? When the market is starting to do its thing, everybody's going to be doing videos. Everybody's going to be doing live streams, right? And then, we'll get the spring of 2025 and, see how that goes. But the cycle apparently is not going to really end until end of 2025. So my point is, Flare, layer one, is launching, shipping everything 2024. So it's going to have 6 months to 12 months of having launched in the cycle to lever. In other words, their timing feels really, really good. Does it not? It really does feel really, really good. I got one of the fans of the channel. It's like, yeah, I'm taking my flare drops. I'm buying Bitcoin with it. I had 6 figures of FLR due to me from Celsius Network, and they still have it. That's a major bummer. Close to 200,000 FLR tokens. That's a major bummer, man. I had to go take my dirty, nasty fiat and buy FLR tokens. I need you guys' prayers that the madness that is Chapter 11 bankruptcy is going to come to the senses and order freaking this new Celsius to distribute these FLR tokens in the form of FLR tokens and not freaking ETH or Bitcoin. Because how are you valuing the FLR tokens when they were airdrop tokens? It's so crazy that it's going to cost $3,000 to $4,000 just to make an argument. That's the judicial system in bankruptcy. It's just brutal, brutal crap. Yeah, that's tough, Property Rich. That's tough. Yeah, I did lose a lot of XRP. Property Rich says, "Wow, Siege, you must have lost a lot of XRP, six-figure XRP as well. It's brutal. It's brutal, right? The real big whale says, crazy. I know that feeling, Siege. I took an L too. Have to use cash to re-up. Yeah, it's just what it is, right? It's just the life. This is like it's going to be more opportunities. I still have tons of XRP. All right, still in the top 1%. So, that's not a problem. But still, it's theft. The bankruptcy system is theft to creditors. It's all to the freaking debtor. And that's cool if they're not taking your stuff. All right, make the law that's good for them. Don't make the law in which my property becomes their property. What kind of madness and insanity is that? Right? Binance still owes everybody flare drops as well, says more monkey business. Really? Jimmy Valet, attorney, securities attorney, doing his stuff. He said you guys got to make sure you put that claim in for your assets. You got to file like a claim because there's this kind of new thing where a law that if you don't put a claim in for something that you believe is yours, then the people who hold it can just keep it and take it. That's a brutal thing. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I think Property Rich. I think that both will have their run this cycle. I think they're both going to have their run. I think FLR is going to have its run. I don't know what that's going to look like. I mean, it's pretty hefty market cap. I don't know how flare drops affects something when you're in the bull. I don't know. Never had it before. Never experienced flare drops. Getting these flare drops every single month during a bull cycle. Um, it's going to be interesting to see what is it going to go from 2 cents to $2? I don't know. It's hard to say. But I do know this from being, going through a few bull runs, 3, 2, 2017, 18, 20, 21, 21, 20, 2020, 21, and now this one, 3. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I do know this. You get a groundbreaking layer 1 launching with groundbreaking technology launching with 3 to 5 projects launching on it. Very similar to base chain, guys. I mean, if you want to kind of analyze a comparison, an analogy, I would look at the base chain. I would go to DeFiLlama.com, go to the base chain, see the 1, 2, 3 dexes, the 1, 2, 3 lending protocols, the 1, 2, 3 whatever. Look at the TVL there. Look at the tokens that launched and how well they're faring today. That kind of gives you an idea of the possibility. I don't know if it's going to happen as fast as Base. Base got Coinbase. That's a major, right? That's a major advantage. But that is an example. That is an example. So anyway, I covered Bitcoin. I covered Flare. There's some XRP crypto stuff on Crypto X too. Let me see what is going on there before I share. Let's see. Brad Garlinghouse doing some interviews. Which is interesting. What else we got? John Deaton. All right, so let's share that. Let's share. I mean, in the end, we're all trying to create wealth and possibly generational wealth for our families, right? Not possibly create generational wealth for our family. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna create generational wealth for our families. My play in the crypto Caesar's home is to leverage the altcoins, take advantage of the 15, 20, 25Xs, leverage that to buy Bitcoin in 2026 and to create a portfolio of assets, valuable assets that create year-over-year returns. Bitcoin's is going to be 40%. Ethereum is going to be 100% or so. Currently, Solana is 250 to 300%. Maker is in 100%, right? And let it play out, right? It's really the Warren Buffett strategy. It's really buying, analyzing, researching, homeworking 4 or 5 valuable companies, buying them and holding them. It's really the Warren Buffett thing. And of course, we leverage DeFi. We take some of the gains from the bull run, leverage DeFi and cash flow, create cash flow. I want to create cash flow. I want to, right? $100 a day. Let's go. $1,000 a day. That's happening in DeFi. So, you want to create that. You create yourself a nice little flywheel. These are all the things possible in this new financial system. All right. So XRP Drops shared this. It's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know what that means for an XRP holder. I don't know what this means for an XRP holder. And I think we keep conflating the two. So anyways, let's take a listen to this.
$1 billion of stock from our shareholders. Now, in terms of liquidity and those things, I mean, look, I've always viewed an IPO as a step in the journey, not the end of a journey. What we have done instead of, and this is actually new news that we haven't shared publicly, we have done a series of tender offers where we've been buying shares back from investors and employees. And we're in the middle of another tender offer. And after we finish this, we will repurchase $1.4 billion of stock from our shareholders.
Wow, that's a huge amount.
So anyway, I don't know what that means for an XRP holder. It's cool for Ripple. I don't know what that means for shareholders. Crypto Eddies put this out. Of course, Saudi oil is still being sold in dollars. So this is some interesting stuff from the Bank of England. This issue, breaking, a global payments issue has hit the Bank of England's chaps, which is a clearinghouse for the Bank of England, which is the central bank, which I have been told, and my research is kind of getting that the Bank of England is where all the nastiness from central banks stems. Almost on this. Yeah, it stems there. It's made to appear that it's the United States Fed, but it's in reality, it is the Bank of England. That central bank is the one pulling the strings and all the other nastiness to keep people beholden to the fiat dollar system. So anyway, take a listen.
People and businesses can continue.
Well, some breaking news in the last few minutes. The Bank of England has reported a problem with its CHAPS payments system. Our business presenter, Ian King, joins me now. Ian, just remind viewers what CHAPS is, why it's important, and how catastrophic this could be for quite a lot of people today.
Hi, Jane. Yes, the CHAPS system. CHAPS stands for Clearinghouse Automated Payment System. It's used by 28 banks, and it's really a process by which large sums of money are transferred, often from one bank to another. But it's also used, for example, in housing transactions as well, when solicitors transfer money on behalf of clients who are buying and selling properties. The Bank of England statement, which has just come out, it says a global payments issue is affecting the bank's CHAPS service and delaying some high value and time sensitive payments, including some house purchases. We are mindful of the impact that this is likely to have, and we're working closely with a third party party supplier, industry, and other authorities to resolve the issue as promptly as possible. If you're concerned about a CHAPS payment, you plan to make a receipt today, please contact your bank or other payment service provider. Retail payment systems are unaffected, so people and businesses can continue to use cash points, cash payments, and bank transfers as usual. That's the only information we have just now, Jane. But the fact that the bank says this is a global issue does raise one or two eyebrows. Now, it's not uncommon for CHAPS to experience problems. They usually crop up, though, when one bank or another is experiencing particularly heavy workload, and that's where delays can crop up. So we've no further information at this time, but potentially it could cause a lot of aggravation for people who are trying to complete on a housing transaction today. A lot of foreign exchange transfers are also put through the CHAPS system as well. But as I say, these tend to be quite large transactions. A lot of them tend to be from one bank to another, but they do also include large payments of money from banks to corporate clients and back again as well. So
the fact that FX is in this as well is huge, I think. It says a global payments issue. What does that really mean? I don't know if CNN and MSNBC and I don't know. I don't know, but that's the issue over at the Bank of England, and they say it's a global payments issue. It's fascinating to see that. This Meta Lawman says something I think is significant. He says, I financed the creation of the Commonwealth Unity Fund Super PAC to elect John Deaton to the Senate because my sons and all of our children deserve to live in a free society. Sometimes we have to fight for freedom. This is one of those times. Stand by for a major announcement, says Meta Lawman. And I was listening to Simon Dixon, the Bitcoiner, who was going around teaching Bitcoin, giving away Bitcoin, owning Bitcoin in 2011. He said the original ethos was that the central banks were killing and dividing and creating harm and making people beholden to their system. That's what they were fighting. Because the government's become complicit and they had a little arrangement. We'll give you all the money that you need. No worry. Just put all your people on this financial system, blah, blah, blah. And this whole thing is made up of the people who own these privately held central banks. It's alarming sometimes that people just don't understand and acknowledge that this is what it is. It's a small group of people, families. This is the old money that we talk about all the time, who own these private central banks. It's not Jerome Powell. It's not the Bank of Japan's person to equivalent of Jerome Powell. Or maybe Mark Carney back when he was, it's not the governors it's the people who own them. And it's family, generational stuff. You got to get it. Without question, it's the Rothschilds, but who else? Is it the Medicis? I don't know. But they live in the quiet part. Like I'm wondering, when are we going to acknowledge that this current financial system has not served us well, has made us debt slaves? Like when are we going to kind of get that? Like, when are we going to kind of get it? And I think the more we kind of give into it, like Jeff Booth says, the more we live in that financial system that is making us poor, the stronger it becomes. Like, I'm wondering when people are going to really acknowledge the power that they have as people, citizens. This whole opting out of something. Opting out. So like you can peacefully opt out of something where a nation is, they can't use weapons in military because people just choose to opt out. Like you can't use a tank to make someone opt in, because if you use a tank, those people are no longer available to opt in to something. You understand? You think it's going to scare the others to opt in? Like eventually people's like, you're not really looking out for me. I need something. I need a better thing. I need a system that isn't debasing the currency that I use. I mean, Larry Fink said it. He said Bitcoin is the answer to countries that are debasing their currency. Question: are you living in a country that's debasing your currency? And if so, why are you afraid to acknowledge that and make choices, better choices for you and your family? It's interesting. So we're gonna look for this major announcement coming from the Metal Lawman. Major announcement, he says. Stand by for a major announcement. I'm thinking we're getting another donor. I'm thinking another donor is going to be part of this. We know Ripple donated $1 million to it, willing to put. Can't argue though. The one thing you can't argue about Ripple is they are willing to put their money behind fighting for this new asset class that is the digital asset space. You can't argue with that. Eleanor Turner says. Coinbase's State of Crypto event last month, at the Coinbase State of Crypto event last month, BlackRock's head of digital assets said that the asset manager has come to believe that public blockchains are better than private. Looks like under the new BIS, Central Bank of Central Banks, that banks are being encouraged to only use permissioned. And I would say, yeah, that's a beginning thing. But look, the BIS is not for you and I. Like they're not our friends. They're not on our side. They want to continue to be relevant. The central bank system is not our friend. It's just not. It kind of sickens me a little bit that we just say, well, it's going to happen anyway, so let's just accept it. And then on the other side of your mouth, you claim to be a patriot. I don't see how it adds up. I don't see how that adds up. Who's the spies person? Partner, DeFi. Okay, cool. Boz says something. It's interesting. Public blockchain for the win. My thesis on permissionless protocols, but private pools, for example, on Curve Finance remains for compliance. This is what Ripple's going to do on the XRPL for sure. It can open the door for institutions to participate while maintaining compliance and taking advantage of Ethereum's global settlement layer while realizing cost savings and other efficiency. This is what, this is how Ripple is thinking for sure. That's what they're going to build out for sure. For sure. All right. So let's go back. Have you guys heard anything about the Bank of England's global payment issues before the live stream? Here's the full interview for those who might be interested in the full interview with, I'll put that in the chat here in a second. Caitlin Long put this out. It's huge. It's responding to this post here from Larry Florio. Larry Florio, General Counsel at 1K X Network, co-founder of things at XYZ. All right, it says here, once again, it looks like the current SEC regime is playing favorites and picking winners, whispering guidance to select companies instead of publicly sharing it. We deserve to know what they're saying, so I submitted 9 FOIA requests. Nice. Caitlin Long says, the Biden-Warren crew, Senator Elizabeth Warren crew, proves that they're not actually progressive and are instead corporatists who dole out favors to big banks. Watch what they do, not what they say. This is egregious and will likely be overturned in court. We hope so. All right, let me share this. No, that's not the one. Let me share this. This is the full interview with Brad on behalf of Ripple. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Alex G. I wonder if the entertaining content creators mentioned this. That is a Ripple partner. Oh, you're in Croatia, Property Rich? I didn't know that, my friend. Bank of England has a payment problem and it's Ripple's partner. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. I forgot about the Ripple partnership stuff, but it says a global payment issue. So maybe the issue is not with the Bank of England's issue, but it's affecting the Bank of England. But it said a global payments issue. Well, it said with their system. Declaring to chaps. So I don't know. That's very, very interesting. Caitlin Long said another thing here. Says, well, the BIS just carved out stablecoins issued on permissionless blockchains from use by banks and gave regulatory advantage to permissioned stablecoins. The United States will almost certainly just ignore this. It's a shame, though. BIS was leading the U.S. on crypto, but just went backwards. I hope that he does not make Jamie Dimon's Treasury Secretary. I mean, oh my God, are you kidding me? I hope that former President Trump does not do that. Talking about I flipped on Bitcoin. Give me a break, bro. Why would anyone trust anything that Jamie Dimon says? Anything. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. We'd like to get just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. That would be super, super awesome if you guys could do that. You know, it helps to get the channel out to more people who don't know that the new financial system is being built right underneath their nose. You're a property developer in Croatia. Oh, nice. So if you guys hit that like button, that would be super, super cool. Property Rich is a property developer in Croatia. That's awesome. You can buy some property in Croatia for sure. Build some stuff in Croatia for sure. So Jamie Dimon, why? Like the dude is constantly paying billions of dollars for just blatantly breaking the law. Like, no, why would you do that? Because he says he's changed on Bitcoin. I don't believe that one bit. And then you're gonna make him Treasury Secretary? No, I don't think that's smart at all. And what are they trying to do to Bitcoin? That would be alarming, I think, if you have BlackRock and Jamie Dimon. BlackRock running all the Bitcoin ETF and Jamie Dimon at the Treasury doesn't feel like a good move. Doesn't feel like a pro crypto thing at all. It seems like I don't know, it feels like a way to try to manipulate Bitcoin. That's what it feels like, a way for them to legitimately manipulate Bitcoin. Yeah, so in any case, there it is, fam. Property Rich, thank you so much for hanging out all the way from Croatia. I appreciate you, my friend. Alex G, more monkey business. We appreciate you guys checking in. The Real Big Will, all the Blue Wrenches are here. I appreciate you checking in, my dude. Alex Yeet, I think I said that. Alvin Pena checked in. Thank you so much. Donald Shoop, appreciate you checking in, my guy. Bubba Smith, as always, appreciate you checking in. Leo Messi, thanks for hanging out, checking in today, my friend. XRP Cookies. And Pookie was first in the building. I appreciate you guys checking in, as always. I'm going to end this live stream like I do all my live streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I will talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.